All right, Miss Parker, we back for the third time. Good God Almighty, we have been trying to record this episode since Sunday.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. This is the third time, right?
Yeah, you got to love technology, but hey, it's just like the title is: you gonna flourish or you gonna fold. We decided not to fold. We gonna flourish. So y'all gonna get this shit from us. Come hook or by crook, you motherfuckers gonna hear this.
Hey,
Hey, this
cut that out.
third time
It
around.
is. I know, right?
So
I kind of like feel some type of way.
boy over here amped up, but all right. So it's Michael Parker here with the lovely.
What's up, y'all? It's Tatiana.
All righty, folks. So we come today on y'all. We talking about, are you gonna flourish or are you gonna fold?
When you what? Then back to the drawing board.
Yeah, that drawing board is tough.
Yeah.
So Miss Parker, if for those who don't understand, what does going back to the drawing board entail?
So going back to the drawing board, at least from my perspective and how we dealt with it, going back to the drawing board is literally going back to that board and maybe you erasing some stuff you had up there you were working on. It's harder than a pivot. It's way more to it than a pivot. It's almost like starting over.
Yeah, so basically what Ms. Parker is telling y'all is that when you go back to this drawing board, old school chalkboard like your teachers had, or the new eraser boards, you're going to go up and see something that at one point in time in your life you loved.
Right.
You thought it was the best thing since sliced bread.
Yep.
And you are like, I have to get rid of you. And that is a hard decision to make for anybody that's in business or in life. But today we're talking about business.
Yes, we are talking about business today.
And so
it impacts your life.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Because it gives you some real heartburn, some anxieties, some sleepless nights.
Some pissed offness.
Yeah, some pissivity. Some I want to slap or some gump. All that. You want to slap or some gump.
Oh my God, that sounds like that came from the 30s.
It probably sometimes you feel like you're back in the 30s. Sometimes in this world acting. But yeah, so when you're at this drawing board, the literal drawing board, and you take this eraser, you are going to wipe away some of the existence that you've had in your business.
Which is absolutely some and maybe even a lot of your very, very hard work.
Yes. And what you're going to have to say is there's some things that worked, some things that worked a little bit, and there was some things that didn't do shit at all.
And a lot of that held you back.
Yes, and a lot of stuff you're going to be erasing is something that didn't do shit at all.
Yeah.
But in your mind, when you put it on that drawing board, it was your greatest creation ever.
It was your personal unicorn.
It was your bang in the stars moment. You had the lightning strike you and you went Shazam.
You are so dating yourself.
Well, I mean, Shazam's a good movie. And the second one's coming out here pretty soon. But, I'm just saying, Shazam, you was right there. And that lightning hit you and you was like, man, I got it. Maybe 6, 7, 8 months, a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 later, you might have figured out, I don't got it.
Should not.
Shits.
Should not.
Shits. So then you have to turn and look at that board and you have to say goodbye to the way you were thinking. And you now have to say hello to your new realm of thinking.
Right.
And that's hard.
That's very hard.
It's not fun.
It's not fun.
You're going to be looking crazy.
It's a lot of self-realization and self-actualization.
Yeah. You're going to have to talk yourself into doing it, first of all.
You really are.
And when you hear that, you're going to be like, what am I doing?
Why am I doing it?
And is this really what I got to do?
But the drawing board, sometimes it's inevitable.
Yeah.
It is inevitable. You cannot get around it. If you choose to go around it, you might be, walking off the wrong cliff. You might be leaving permanently.
Yeah. Some people that go to the drawing board quit that business altogether.
Yes.
To do what? Possibly either not be in business ever again,
right,
or to start a new business.
That's true. That's true. The drawing board will sometimes lead you down a different path.
Yes, a completely different path.
But you have to have enough of an open mind to be willing to take what it's about to throw at you or to take what you're about to erase.
Yes. And so what you have to understand is that this is a necessary, not saying evil, it's a necessity in growth.
It is. Oh, I like that.
Because
necessity in growth.
If you are staying the same, you're not progressing,
Nope.
and you aren't getting what you're putting into your business, then you have to do something.
You do.
And it may be something drastic, like
Maybe
going
going
back
back.
to the drawing board.
Go to that drawing board with that eraser and start
Yeah.
over. And look, you better hope while you're up there, you didn't mess around and write in the permanent marker and not that expo marker. The expo marker is
Some
erasable.
people may just throw the damn drawing board away,
They could. They could put
throw it
it
in
in.
trash.
Yeah, make a whole bonfire out of it.
Yep, and get a whole new drawing board. You
Forget
may
it.
be still in the same business, but have a whole new drawing
Yeah.
board. And that goes back as to the title of what we're saying today. Are you going to flourish or are you going to fold?
When you go back to that drawing board.
And you go back to the drawing board, are you going back to be great or are you going to pack your shit up?
Because you can be sent back to the drawing board by choice or by force.
Oh, yeah. And most time people go back to the drawing board, it's really by force.
It's really by force.
Yeah, because if you choose for something to be good, it's already good.
It's just wonderful because
Yeah.
I said it, I did it.
Yeah, and I accomplished it.
That's mine. It's me.
If you're back at the drawing board, it's because you forced.
Typically, but sometimes, and it's a different way to look at force and choice.
Yeah.
Some things you can start to see why you need to go back to the drawing board. You don't necessarily have to go back to it, but you can choose to go back to it because in the end, it's gonna make everything better.
Yeah.
That's what you just did.
Yeah, and that is so very true. I mean, even some of the greatest innovations in the world, the original plan was scrapped.
Right.
It was scrapped. The original plan was scrapped so tough you never even knew it was original. They only show you, they only show you the plan that worked.
Yeah, it didn't even make it anywhere.
Yeah. They'll tell you this was not my first try. They'll be like, I got it right on try 7, but you never saw the first 6.
Nope, you did not. You
So-
did not.
So don't feel bad when you have to go back to the drawing board and you basically have to say, man, I have to make some really tough decisions in life. But it's going to be for the betterment. Because at the end of the day, we've talked about this before. To be a business owner, to start your own business, you have to be a little psycho.
And you have to be agile.
Yeah, you got to be able to move. Dart, jump, jump start, jump kick.
Don't shuck and jive.
Shuck and
That's-
jive.
No, don't do that.
Yeah,
It's like
some
con artistry.
some of the best shuckers and jivers is billionaires. Don't get it twisted now. Hey, a good shuck and a good driver get you paid. I'm just trying to tell you. Some people at the drawing board shucking and jiving.
You ought to
It
stop.
just all depends what room they in.
We just talked about
Yeah,
that.
it just all depends what room you
Being in the
in.
right room, but
Yeah.
maybe it's the wrong people.
Yeah, if you're in the right room with the right folks, your shucking and jiving may get
It
you
works.
paid. Now, if
It
you in the
works.
wrong room with the shuckers and jivers, and them shuckers and jivers ain't shucking and jiving with you, then
They just- they
maybe
probably
shit out of luck.
Steal what you're talking about.
Yeah, you might have just folded and
Yeah.
didn't realize it. You might have just folded and didn't
You
know
are
it.
crazy. You are absolutely crazy.
But no, I mean, we honestly have to get to that area where you have to understand things are not gonna go as you want them to. That's why I say life is hills and valleys, ups and downs. Anybody said their life was a straight line, I'm gonna tell you ain't lived. Not a day.
That's true.
Cause if they tell you my life been perfect, it's been easy, you ain't done shit.
Have you left the house?
Have you ever been to the drawing board? Because if you've been to the drawing board, your life ain't been easy.
I mean, if they say their life has been perfect and easy, then they probably don't even know that the drawing board exists.
Cause I'm gonna tell you, if y'all know them kids that y'all went to class with, they dreaded going up in front of the what? The board.
It exposes you.
Cause the board will expose who you really are.
And the drawing board.
Yes, will
when you go up
expose you.
to it, it exposes you.
It
It
exposes
exposes
your
your
core.
weaknesses.
Oh, first thing you see is your weakness.
Yeah, it puts it out there. It's like the big old Swiss cheese holes. It exposes you.
Because you're reading the board and you go to yourself and you think like, what the fuck was I thinking? Exposed.
Yeah,
We
It
was
was
exposed this past weekend.
we were.
We was sitting there, we really, for the Wash for the Hook website, my bad.
He messing up stuff.
We just basically erased most of
We
2022.
sure did, honey. Sure did.
And most of 2022 was paid for. Somebody else did it for us. And we just went and erased it. Because
Erased
it didn't work.
It didn't work. We went back to the drawing board and we realized
They didn't get it.
We need to fix some things.
And that's one thing you learn about business. Nobody is going to love your business as much as you do.
Nope.
Nobody is going to know your business as well as you do. People will front like they understand and know you just to get your payment.
Don't you say it.
But then you come back and you realize they were shucking and jiving.
You should have said no sooner.
Should have said no sooner.
Yeah.
But they was in the room with you and they shucked and jived you and you didn't realize it.
That's true.
Because we was in the room with people we didn't think was shucking and jiving, but come to find out,
child, they was doing Chicago two-step.
Shit, they was doing the step in the name of get your money dance on us. Not step in the name of love, step in the name of get your money. Yeah.
But I mean, it ultimately, with all that shucking and jiving, with all that air, we had a moment of self-realization, and we realized not only did we need to go back to the drawing board, we needed to erase like 99% of what was on the drawing board. And we needed to start drawing again. So when we went back, by choice, we chose to go back.
Yeah.
We chose to flourish and not fold. And by flourish, us choosing to flourish, I mean we executed the task necessary to start back drawing on our drawing board.
That's true. We even found some stuff on the drawing board from 2020. We got to fix that too.
Yeah.
So
like
we
went back. Yeah. We went back.
Yeah, we ain't through with the drawing board. We were going back to basically from stuff from maybe a couple of months after we launched. This may be some stuff from, June, July of 2020?
Yeah.
That's been up there, and we just realized that's not right.
Right.
And we paid for that too. Damn, Gina.
But it was our choice. To flourish. And we could have had this moment of self-realization and went to that drawing board and was like, screw it. I'm over it.
I'm done.
We could have chose to fold. But instead, we chose to flourish. And we put in the work. It took literally 12 hours. And then some today.
Yeah, on a wet Saturday.
Yeah.
You know, we had other plans to be doing other stuff, but my wife was under the weather, and we were staying at home, and she was like, well, I feel like crap now. Might as well get something accomplished. And I said, well,
that's
you know what we need to do? We need to look at this. And she said, well, come on. Let's go.
I'm like, if I'm here, we're going to be stuck in the house because we couldn't do our initial plan. Yeah. We might as well make something productive happen.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. We didn't even realize we were going back to the drawing board. But boy, when we went back.
Ooh, the eraser was flying.
It was. It was. And I mean, now we look back and we're like, I'm so glad we did that. I'm absolutely glad we did that.
We pulled a Mr. Miyagi, wax on, wax off.
That's exactly what we did.
And what we did was take a whole lot of wax off.
We sure did.
It's a whole lot of wax gone.
So it's okay to be sent back to the drawing board, whether it is by force or by choice. But what's not okay is for you to not make the right decision once you go back to the drawing board.
Or even deeper, to make a decision.
That's true.
Because you still don't know if it's right or wrong. But
that's right.
Sometimes, if you go and erase your board and you don't put nothing else on it, what did you just accomplish?
Nothing.
Okay. So you got to make a decision after that.
You got to make a decision.
So if you decide, I'm going to the drawing board and I'm going to erase whatever's on there or some of whatever's on there, have your new drawing board in your head ready to go.
Have it ready.
Because we had ours ready.
We did.
And honestly, it really wasn't that ready, but it just happened on the fly.
It did.
But that's most of the stuff people do with business.
We knew one piece we were going to fix.
Oh, yeah. And it was a big piece.
It was a huge piece.
Yeah.
We got that piece done. I was like, okay, we're like 50% done now. And you were like, well.
What about this other piece?
What about this? And what about that? And I'm like, well, go tinker with it. I'm tired. I just, did it like 6 hours.
Yeah,
so
Then it was my turn.
You go tinker with it. Yeah, and you completed the rest.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
but there was a plan.
Yeah, the plan. You just I'm telling you, to fold, to flourish. Have a plan.
Have a plan.
Have your backup.
Have a backup to the backup.
Then a backup to the backup to the backup.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you, in life right now, I think I'm on lifetime.
Oh gosh. He's got to give you his
E F G H I J. I may be on K or L by now. In life.
I don't even want to know.
Just on the boards. I think I'm on K or L.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, yeah, that's most folks.
I don't know that I'm quite that deep into the alphabet.
You might be an E or G.
Don't you even try
You
to
might be an E or G.
letter me.
You might be E or G. I mean, that's all like 7, 8 letters in. You're all right.
You just make sure you stay on the drawing board.
Why?
When I erase, you make sure your name up there. When I rewrite.
Hey, if she take my name out drawing board, that shit going in the trash. She ain't got no drawing board.
Whatever.
It's going in the garbage. Throwing it all away.
Whatever. But it is, though. It is okay to be sent back to the drawing board. Yeah. But you have to make the decision what to do next.
And that's gonna show your strength as a person.
It's gonna test you.
Oh, it's going to test you. When I mean
test you.
If you people went to school when they had the test busters.
Oh my God.
In school, you can beat that test. Y'all better be test busters. Y'all better beat this test. Y'all better bust this test upside his head.
What are you, 80?
I'm not 80. I'll be something next month. Something next month. Just don't worry about it. I don't look my age. I'm still in my 20s. What you talking about?
Oh, okay then. Still
in my 20s.
Okay.
Whatever. Girl, you still the same I met you when you were 19.
Don't you do that. I still am. However comes.
I didn't date you.
The point.
Suckle.
The point of this particular episode is for the good inspiration and the good motivation to let you know that as we travel down this road, you will sometimes have to go back to the drawing board.
Yes.
You will all the time have to make a choice what you do at that crossroads.
Ooh, came to the fork in the road.
You will have to make a choice.
Did you go left or go right, or did you go straight?
So our hope is that by listening to us today, that you hear, we have gone back to the drawing board. And it is okay to go back to the drawing board. That only means more clarity in your purpose. That only means your why is just that much more clear, which is very important.
And I don't think we just went to the drawing board once this year.
Oh, no.
I think it's the 11th month of the year. We've been there at least 4 or 5 times.
We stay at the drawing board like the
I mean, you got to stay on your toes.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
And the goal and the hope is that you hear this and you know that it's not abnormal or unheard of to have to go back to the drawing board. It doesn't mean you did anything wrong. It just means you're really trying to make sure you're doing things right.
It just means you pay attention to your business. You got your eye on the prize.
Yeah.
And the prize is to accomplish what you set out to with your business, whether it be a service, a product, a technologically advanced machinery, I don't know anything. Yeah. Whatever you're trying to achieve from your business, that is worth going back to the drawing board to as many goddamn times as you need to.
That's absolutely right.
The drawing board is never off limits.
Nope.
It's only off limits when you choose, and I say you choose, to throw the drawing board away.
And then you also have to be mindful that if you find yourself not having been to the drawing board in too long of a period of time, are you growing? Are you evolving? Or are you stale and are you stagnant?
Or are you still in business?
That too.
Because that's the main thing. It's some people that are still in business but aren't doing nothing.
Right.
And that could be that can be a big problem. You can say, "Yeah, I still got it. I ain't doing nothing with it."
Then that's certainly
are you really in business? Yeah.
So be okay with going back. Be okay with the choice you make when you go back, and just know that you're not the only one that's doing it. We just did it. Literally just did it.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're not perfect.
And just don't think that these big time conglomerates aren't always at the drawing board either. And I'm gonna tell you the biggest thing you don't even realize, they got a team at the drawing board.
Yeah, they got a whole room full of drawing borderers.
Yeah, drawing borderers.
Drawing borderers.
Some people call them engineers or whatever else they call them.
Whomever. Specialists.
Yeah, them folk you never see. There are people lives who are always, day to day lives are at the drawing board for a company. And that's all they do. They thinking. Think tanks or whatever, concept artists, whatever they are. They are the drawing borderers. The borderers. And my wife, they call them the drawing borderers.
The borderers.
Yeah. Well, Ms. Parker, all right. So we've been on here on the flourish and not fold topic. Give them something to help them on their way to flourish and not fold.
So when you go back, and I'm going to speak for you, when you choose to go back and you choose to flourish, just be ready to go down that journey, that new path you're about to go on. It's gonna be a good one because it's gonna be fresh, exciting, new, clear.
Y'all heard from her. Your latest path to be your best path.
That's right.
All right. We'll catch y'all next time.